And for those who I haven't met yet, my name's Pat Salner. And we are doing chair yoga for MS. So make yourself comfortable on your chair. And when I say comfortable, that means you want to be seated in your chair so that your feet are flat on your floor, or if you have a yoga mat in front of you. So you really feel those toes from the front of the foot to the back of the foot, making good contact with your floor, whatever surface that you've got down underneath your feet. And then wiggle into the seat of your chair. Ideally, I'm not able to see everybody. Best kind of a chair is one without arms so that we can move our arms freely side to side, up and down, and so forth. And then you're also able to use the seat of your chair, the fingertips on the seat, to pull yourself a little taller. Okay, so let's start by just placing one hand on the heart, one on the belly. Let's focus in on our breath. Nice long inhales through the nostrils, lifting the chest as you take in that breath. Exhale long and slow through the mouth. And as you set up and closing your eyes, focusing on a pleasing place that brings peace and ease in your mind's eye, bringing back a wonderful memory. And it may be just where you are, maybe in the space that you're sitting in, that you have set up, that you have your favorite picture on the wall, or a flower arrangement, or photos of family, whatever brings peace and ease and a little bit of a smile to your face as you just contemplate that peace and that peaceful and easy place to be. With our eyes closed, we can block out a lot of things. We can block out what came before yoga and maybe what we need to do later. Your breath count, nice and long. Inhale. Hold the breath at the top and then exhale long and slow. Make it audible. You're in your own space. You can make as much noise as you like. Inhale and exhale, few more. Notice how the hand on the heart, you're feeling the beat of your heart slow down a bit. See if you can imagine the space between the brows softer and the jaw relaxed. And when you're ready, opening your eyes. And once again, wiggle into your chair. See if you can sit a little taller. By doing that, you can put your hands at your waist, lift the rib cage up and out. Feel like the belly button is pushing towards the spine and your shoulders are back. Inhale and exhale. Now let's just do a couple little exercises for our eyes. Stretching our eyes nice and wide. Now you can wrinkle your forehead as you stretch wide. Big surprise. And then flutter the eyelids. Soften the wrinkles in the forehead. And now let the eyes go over to your left side. Or let them look to the left. Come through center. Now look to your right. Now look down. It's not an eye exam. And now look up. And gently see if you can circle. Not fast, this will make you dizzy. But going back over to your left. Look down. Look right. Look up. Looking up, stretching the eyes wide. Now let's reverse that. Looking to your right. Look down. To your left. And back up. Then stare or slight soft gaze straight ahead. Inhale and exhale. Let's go into a couple of shoulder rolls. Inhale, shoulders up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. All right. Now let's go into, as we are focusing in on a purpose for your yoga, which is obviously to create good strength, good flexibility, good balance, both in your physical being and your mental well-being. So let's turn the palms so they're facing up. Stretch the fingers away. We'll go into blossom hands. Inhale, stretching fingers nice and wide, letting them rest comfortably in your lap as you do this. And exhale, let the fingertips curl in. Inhale, stretch away. Exhale, curl in. Couple more. See how slow you can go. Really feel every knuckle and joint of the fingers stretch and curl in. And relax and soften. Let those arms just go down long, gently swinging the arms. Keep the breath flowing. I didn't say it this morning, but I think you all know, do what feels right for your body. This is your yoga class. You can take any posture a little further if you're ready, or soften it and do a little less. All right, so one more swinging back and front, very gently. All right, we'll do a couple more rotations in the shoulder here. And you can start, we did this, I think I offered this last week. And we did the thumb and fingers together. So bring the elbows into your side body and just let the arms come out in front as if you're holding a tray. Sit tall. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to just let the arms go out, hands out to each side. Inhale, come in. Exhale, go out. Inhale, arms in. Exhale, they go out. Notice as you're doing it, it's not just the hands moving in and out, but you'll feel a little rotation in the shoulder. Sit a little taller. And last time. So holding out, if this is comfortable, bring the thumb and the pinky together. Inhale and exhale. And stretching pinky to thumb, let's do that with the thought of intuition. Inhale and exhale. And now let's bring the the thumb and the ring finger together. And that's for confidence. Inhale and exhale. Thumb and middle finger together. Inhale and exhale. And that's for patience. Inhale and exhale. And finally, index finger and thumb come together. Inhale and exhale. And that's for calmness. And now let's bring the arms down back to the center and dropping the back of the hands to the thighs. Take another breath in. Inhale and exhale. All right, we're going to go into the rotations of the spine. So for here, you may want to sit back a little bit more. If you've got a blanket or towel to put on the back of your chair to give you a little bit more support, that way you can sit back without sinking in. Once again, make sure your feet are flat on your floor or yoga mat. We're going to go into seated cow-cats. So sit tall, scoop belly in. Inhale, we come forward for cow. My palms are resting on my thighs. And then I exhale, tip the chin round the back. Do about 5 of these. Really go as slow as you can do this. So it's not about momentum. There's nice range of motion, warming up the back. And we meet back in center when you finish those 5. And then sitting up nice and tall once again. Take a breath. If your shoulders start to creep up, inhale them up a little higher and then open them back wide and down. All right, let's go into our side bends. Inhale the arms up overhead. And then exhale, tip over to your left side. You can use the leg of the chair or the seat of the chair to support you to keep yourself steady. Inhale, come through center. And exhale over to your right. Get about 5 of these. And if 5 is too many, 3 is fine. If it feels good to hold it a little longer, getting that nice side body stretch. And finishing up. And we meet back in center. Sitting tall. Now we go into our twist when you're ready. Again, I'm going to take a sip of water. Some of us in Connecticut are a little sad this morning. The Yukon women lost to South Carolina. So we were up watching that game. Anyway, it was hard for us Yukon fans. Here we go into our twist. Inhale, arms up, and then twisting to your left, letting those arms come down, looking to your side. Inhale through center, and exhale to your right as you twist. Back and forth. 5 is a good number today. But if you'd like to do a little less or a little bit more. And we'll meet back in center. And releasing the arms down. All right. Take a moment, wiggle into your chair, sit nice and tall. We'll do a few arm postures. We're going to stretch our arms nice and wide, and we're going to crisscross them. So remember which arm you have underneath. Inhale, sitting tall, lifting the chest, and crisscross. So these are your eagle arms. One arm underneath the other, they intersect at the elbows. Lift the arms. Maybe the gaze can go up towards your fingers as they reach towards your ceiling. Inhale and exhale. And now keeping those arms crisscrossed as they are, start to tuck the chin and round the back. Curling forward. Inhale and exhale. And slowly make your way back to sitting tall. Inhale, lift the elbows, pulling them out, and then gently unwind. Lifting the chest, inhale and exhale. Let's go to the other side. Inhale, crisscross the arms in the opposite way. Opposite arm underneath. Lift the elbows and pulling them out. Lifting up. Inhale and exhale. Let the gaze go up. Now start to curl down by rounding the back, tucking the chin down. Breathing, and then slowly return the arms up, sitting tall, and gently unwind those arms, stretching them wide. Inhale and exhale. So palms are facing forward, stretch those fingers nice and wide, and then pull back a little bit. Inhale and exhale, soften the arms, let them float down. A couple of shoulder rolls. Excuse me. And coming to stillness. All right, let's do one more arm movement here, and we'll do stretching those arms wide, and we will hug ourselves. So bringing the fingertips towards the back. Maybe your fingers reach just to the side. Maybe the fingertips can tiptoe in towards the shoulder blades. Inhale and exhale. Again, remember which arm is on top. We're going to unwind slowly and do that one more time with the opposite arm on top. And unwind. All right, let's move to some things for our legs and feet. If you have a block handy, you can use that in a moment, or a paper towel roll. Sit nice and tall. And we're going to press our right foot into the mat. Again, you may want to sit a little more forward. That way you can really press that foot a little more firmly into the mat. We're going to start to lift that left leg. So I'm just doing a gentle lift. So if you can engage your core muscles, you're going to get the work here in the middle of the body, as well as obviously the hip and the foot are lifting. I mean, your glute muscles are anchored into your chair, but that hip flexor action is happening. So this can be challenging because we're trying to keep the rest of our body still as we go up and down. One more. Inhale up and exhale down and soften. And let's go to the other side. Inhale, lifting the leg. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. And exhale down. If you're feeling a little fatigue or muscle tightness there, just slow it down, or just finish the movement you're in. And relax. And now let's sit back in the chair, because we're going to lift our feet one at a time, that is. So just lift one leg straight out and back. Just letting those legs swing a bit, but really in control, not a wild swing. Inhale and exhale. Sitting tall, soft gaze straight ahead. See if you can keep those shoulders back. And last time. And soften. Now we're going to interlace our fingers. I'm going to sit a little, I'm moving back to sitting a little more forward. I'm going to lift my left leg, or you're going to lift your left leg. You're going to interlace your fingers underneath your thigh. And now just gently keeping that foot flexed, flexing the foot if it isn't, and just kicking that leg out gently. Again, if you can sit a little taller, scooping the belly in. And release. Unwind the fingertips, and we'll lace the fingers underneath the opposite leg. Interlace the fingers underneath the thigh, sitting tall, keeping that foot flexed. Inhale and exhale. And release down. All right. Sit back a little bit more. We'll do some pointing and flexing of the foot. Just do one at a time. So starting with your left, point and flex. And now circle the ankle. Maybe you'll hear a couple little cracks. And circling in the opposite direction. Stretching toes. And release that foot down. Let's go to the other side. We're going to point and flex. Start. And circle in both directions. Stretching toes. And release that foot down. All right, let's go back to our upper body. We're going to work on our neck a little bit. So you can do it without your hands on your head, or you can bring your arms up. You can interlace the fingers behind your head, opening up the chest. Inhale and exhale, pushing the head a little bit into those hands. Inhale, we'll just tip over gently. Really mostly the neck, although you'll get a little bit of side body stretch here too. Inhale, come through center, tip the head over to your right. And we finish up. Little neck stretch. And release the arms down. Shoulder roll. Inhale and exhale. All right, let's do what's known as cow face pose with the arms, stretching your left arm straight up. Bend the elbow. Press the head in. Sit a little taller. Taking your right arm, reaching it up, and reach for the tricep. Now this move can be done with the strap instead of reaching with the opposite arm from the one that's bent behind the head. If you have a strap, you can pull it behind you, but we won't do that today. Today we'll just do this tricep stretch. Pressing the head, again, another opportunity to sit a little taller, opening the chest, collarbones are wide. Inhale and exhale. And we release your right arm, release your left arm. Let's go to the other side. Take your time, reaching, bending the elbow, setting the side up as you press in.
Shoot, where'd it go?
Everybody okay? And we bring your left hand to the tricep, pressing in, stretching, collarbones wide, chest is open. Inhale and exhale. And let's release and slowly let those arms come down. All right, we're going to do a couple sun salutations, which is just, again, some arm movements. If we were standing, it would include, well, we'll do a little bit of a forward fold here. So here, this is an adapted sun salutation with a little bit of a forward fold. Again, if forward fold is too much for you, just stop halfway. So here we go with a sun salutation. Inhale, arms up, let the gaze follow the fingertips as they come up. Exhale, release those arms down to your side as you fold towards your thighs. Hands can touch down on the knees or the shins. If it feels okay, let the head drop. Inhale, bring the head slightly up. So it's a bit of a flat back. And then exhale, let the head go down and the chest rests against the thighs. Let those fingertips, arms dangle by your side. Inhale, bring the arms all the way back up as you rise back up in your seat. Fingertips touch at the top, and then hands come together at heart center. Thumbs pressing towards the sternum, sitting nice and tall. Inhale and exhale. We'll do that 2 more times, and you can set an intention or think of something positive or putting yourself in that peaceful place. Here we go. Inhale, arms up overhead, fingertips touch. Exhale, let the arms float down, lean forward. Arms touch down to the thighs or ankles. Inhale to flat back, as if we were doing that cow pose. And then exhale, fold forward. Feeling secure by holding onto the legs or maybe even the legs of the chair. Good ways to support yourself. And now we're going to float back up by inhaling, arms up overhead. Really slowly, fingertips touch at the top. And then bringing the hands to heart center. Thumbs pressing towards the sternum, sit a little taller. Inhale and exhale. Let's do that one final time here. Make it a nice set of 3. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, folding forward, the arms float down. Again, only go to the point where it feels okay. Feels okay to go a little further into that nice forward fold. Inhale to flat back. I have my hands on my shins, and I can put a little bit of pressure on the hands to the shins to support myself as I come back up, and then forward fold. And then we float the arms up. Inhale as we come up to seated tall, fingertips touch at the top, hands come together, all the way back down to sun salutation, into prayer pose, to heart center. Inhale and exhale. And once again, release, bring the hands back to the thighs. All right, we're going to do some alternate elbow to knees, and you can just do elbow movement or you can lift the leg, whatever combination you like. Again, if you need to, bring yourself a little bit more forward. So we're going to start with your left arm is going to just cross over and alternate to the other side. You can add the leg up. So maybe we'll all start just arms up. So starting with that elbow bent, arm bent, I should say, and palm is facing forward. Inhale, that arm is up. Exhale, bend the elbow over to the opposite side. So if you're starting on your left side, inhale, arm up in that bent arm. Exhale, bring it over to your right side. One more, inhale up, exhale, and return. Release that arm down. Let's go to the other side. So sometimes this arm style is known as cactus arm. So we're going to try to keep the palm forward and the elbow is bent. Here we go. Inhale, exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, up. Exhale, lift or twist, excuse me. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist and return and release that arm down. Shake out the arms because we're going to do that again. We're going to add the leg. Take a breath and here we go. And it might be helpful to keep both arms up. I mean, you can keep it down, whatever you need to do. So squaring off in nice cactus arms. Inhale, arms are apart. Exhale, we're going to take the left elbow to the right knee. You can lift that leg. Other side. Inhale apart. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Lifting my leg. Elbow goes up to meet it. Over to meet it. Again, we can continue with the twist without the leg lift. If that's a little too much, you decide what works best for you. And releasing the arms down. Okay, let's check my list of exercises. Okay, let us go to a figure 4 stretch. So again, you want to start with making sure your feet are firmly on your mat and lifting one leg, lifting your right leg and crossing it over. Take a moment and you'll notice that we're opening up our hip. This is a move we haven't done yet today. So this may be a little tight. Just wiggle in. And if you can, flex the foot. Sit as tall as you can. Inhale and exhale. Just feel that stretch. I'm going to do a few add-ons from here. Leaning forward. And now you can bring the forearms to rest on that lower leg. Again, your range, whatever it is, come forward and stop to the point when you get to that point where you feel a stretch. We don't want to strain. Inhale and exhale. And then bring yourself tall. And while we have our foot crossed, let's give ourselves a little bit of a massage of the foot, starting with the toes, using your fingers and your thumbs to sort of warm up those toes. Moving the thumbs towards the ball of the foot and the fingers on the top of the foot. So nice massage there. Good to the feet, they do a lot. To the arch, to the heel, back of the foot, and then maybe a little bit of clapping on each side. Just notice that little bit of stimulation and that vibrational sensation. And gently lift that leg off and back down. Let's go to the other side. Figure 4 stretch. Flexing the foot. Again, you'll notice as you start to open up, one side is maybe a little less tight than the other. Inhale and exhale. When you're ready, bringing the forearms to the top of the leg. Inhale and exhale, stretching. And bringing yourself back to tall, and same thing here. Let's give a little massage work to this foot as well. Rubbing those toes. To the arch, to the heel, and a little clapping. All right, let's release that leg down. And once again, sit back a little bit more. All right, let's take use of the chair seat. So hold on to your chair seat, fingertips right at the base. And we're going to just do a gentle sitting a little taller, as if we're seated mountain. So press, the feet should be, again, fully on the floor. Fingertips are right on the edge of the chair. Pull yourself a little taller. We'll go into seated mountain. Inhale and exhale. Let's think about the rib cage lifting out of the waist, belly button towards the back. Chest is up, collarbones are nice and wide. Gently squeezing the shoulder blades together. Slight tuck of the chin. Inhale and exhale. And now you can release the hands. Let them just dangle along by your side. Inhale and exhale. Sometimes these quiet poses of stillness really show how strong we are. Inhale and exhale. You may want to close your eyes. And now you may want to move your hands to heart center. Hands together, thumbs pressing towards the sternum. See if you can lift the chest a little higher. Inhale and exhale. And soften and release. We're going to do a pose that's usually done standing, but we can do it in the chair. In fact, the pose is called chair pose. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to add a twist on if you're ready for that. Not necessary. Again, you want to make sure your feet are planted firmly in the mat. Sit tall. And then we're going to arch our back. We're going to bring our hands to heart center. Lift the chest. And as you do, the thumbs are pressing into your sternum. See if you can sort of guide the chest up. As you do that, your back is going to arch a bit, which is what we're looking for. Make sure so you're leaning forward a bit. Feet are planted firmly into the mat. Inhale and exhale. And so you can stay here. You can release the arms up. And what we're looking for, if the arms are up, they should be on either side of the ears. Leaning forward. The same time you're pressing your glutes into your chair. Make sure you're not going to tip over. So at the same time you're leaning forward, you want to have an arch in your back and make sure the glutes are firmly in your chair. So this is, if we were standing, and I'll just demonstrate for a second, my knees would be bent, my glutes are sticking out. I'm here. If you want to try standing with this, it's a really intense pose for the quads and the hamstrings, but it certainly can be done in the chair as well. Inhale and exhale, the arms are up. And now we're going to bring the arms back in, hands together at heart center. And if you, I'll now turn forward. So because I want you to be able to do a twist here. If you're ready and able, inhale, lifting the chest, and then exhale, twisting to your right side. So that elbow is touching down slightly, or maybe not. Inhale back to center, and then twist to the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Again, you can do as many as you'd like, or one if this is new to you, just want to try it out. Inhale, center. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Last time to the right. Inhale, center. And then last time to the left. Back to center. And let's release the arms up. Let the gaze follow the fingertips stretching long, and then letting the arms float down. Inhale and exhale. So we're going to do another move with our legs. Sit back in the chair. So we did the bent leg. Now we're going to go into a straight leg. So kicking out your right leg. And then letting it float down. See if you can keep, without locking the knees, see if you can keep the leg straight. And then bringing it up. It's not a big move. Breathing. So straight leg, up and down. Sit tall. Feel the belly in. Last time, lowering the leg down. And let's go to the other side. Straight leg without locking the knee. Again, it's not a big move. We've got the chair in the way. Breathing. And last time, lowering the foot down. All right. So let's go into a little bit of thymus tapping and arm engagement here. So starting with the fingers right around the collarbones, gently tapping. And you can hum as you're doing this. Notice as the fingers touch down on the bones of the collar and the sternum, and you can create a vibrational sensation here. You can hum. Letting the fingertips go right across the collarbones, almost all the way out to the shoulders and back. Inhale and exhale. And let's let the fingers go up the neck. Gently tapping. Come up to the collarbone, up to the jawbone. Stretching the mouth open. Let the fingers go up to the temples. Right along your hairline, just to the top of the forehead. And down, maybe across the lips and the cheekbones. It's a nice little intermission from the more intense physical, just getting in touch with your body, and release and shake out the arms. All right, we're going to do a little bit of stroking of the arms. So stretching those arms nice and wide, fingers stretch, wiggle fingers a little bit, and we'll bring your left arm over across to your right. Again, gently stretching and stroking. And we switch sides. This obviously can be done with your eyes closed. Again, a soft gaze at something in your room or maybe out your window. If you're here in New England, you're seeing the beginnings of the daffodils and the budding of the forsythia. I don't know where everyone is. It's one thing that's good about Zoom, you can practice a yoga class from wherever you are. It isn't as nice as when you get as a teacher to be able to be in the room with your students. But I hope you're enjoying this. And last time. And relax and lower those arms down. A couple of shoulder rolls. Okay, let's see, what else haven't we done? Okay, we've done our next. Okay, yes. Now we're going to use our block or paper towel roll. Go back to some work on our legs. So pressing, you can do this without, but this is also great for alignment and also works a little bit of your hips. So a block is handy, helpful, or a paper towel roll. So just sitting tall and just use whatever you have, whether it's that roll of paper towels or your block, just press inward. Inhale, sitting tall, and then exhale, press in and release. Inhale, press in, exhale, release. So this is really great for your both the inside and outside of the quads. A little bit of adduction. And come to stillness. All right, keeping that block or paper towel in, we're going to alternate the lift of the leg and arms. So lifting your left arm, left and right leg. Go to the other side. Sitting a little taller. Couple more. And release and soften. Move the paper towel roll out of the way or your block, whatever you had. All right, so we're going to do, we'll do some spine circles. So it's a little bit of what we did earlier, but this is, we'll do it in a circle. You can either use the side of your chair or hands on the quads. So we'll start forward as if we were going into a cow pose, and then exhale, go over to your right, rock back, and to your left. About 5 times in this direction. See how slow you can go, keeping the core engaged. Starting to slow things down. And let's reverse those circles. And we come back to center. Take a breath. Push the hands into the quads. Once again, another way to pull yourself a little taller. So the heel of the hands into the quads, sitting as tall as you can. Inhale and exhale. And soften the arms. We didn't do any real hand work individual. So let's do some finger circling or stretching fingers, wrists. And now shaking that all out. Let's interlace the fingers and pull the arms away. Tuck the chin down. It's a nice stretch as we soften and slow down our moves. Lift the head, lift the arms, stretching. Let the arms go overhead as they stay interlaced. And then looking up, if you can create a slight arch in the back, try that, or just stay straight up and down. And then bringing the arms down all the way. And unlace, shake out the arms. Now we're going to interlace again. See if it feels kind of fun to try the opposite interlace of your fingers. And then flip the palms. It may be a little bit more challenging in getting a different finger to stretch slightly differently. Inhale and exhale. These are really good for working our hands and fingers, which can get stiff. So stretching them out. You'll stretch in that wrist area, lifting the arms up. Inhale and exhale. Letting them go up a little higher. Lifting the chest. Inhale and exhale. And let's bring the arms back down. And release and shake that all out. All right, we're going to go into a forward fold. If you have a blanket or a bolster or pillow of any sort, this will start our relaxation portion. So take a moment. If you don't have it handy, bring it to your chair. I also brought with me, I'm sure you've seen these, people use them in the airport when they fly, a bucky, or if you have a towel to wrap around your neck. You don't need it right away, but that's a nice thing to have to support the neck when we go into full relaxation. So place the pillow or bolster on your lap, sit tall, let the belly now start to lean into it. Let the forearms come to your pillow and lean down. Soften. Inhale and exhale. When you're ready, let the chin drop down. And maybe have those hands stacked, one on top of the other. As you fold forward over your pillow, let the forehead come down to the top of the hand. If your head doesn't make it, there's another way to do this. You can either put a second pillow, or you, instead of flat hands, you can stack your hands in fists like this. That way you don't have to come down as far. So I've got one fist on top of the other. That makes, I'm guessing that's probably an 8-inch span as opposed to a flat inch or inch and a half. So wherever you want to be, that two-fisted, letting the forehead rest, or flat hands. Either way, we want to get a little stretch in the back of the neck with support. Take a few breaths here. And come up halfway and release the arms. Push that pillow back in towards the belly. Let the arms dangle in front of the pillow. And then fold forward one more time. Notice how that pillow gives you a little bit of support and protection from folding too far into the hip flexor. And just coming into a dangle. Let those arms just dangle down. Few more breaths here.
And then we're going to make our way back up to seated. See how slow you can go. Slower is safer. So from moving those arms from the dangle position, bringing them back up to your pillow. Once the forearms are on your pillow, push in to the pillow
and bring yourself back up to a nice seated posture. Inhale and exhale. And let's move the pillow out of the way for the moment. We'll do one final side body stretch, which is called half moon. And again, it's done standing, but it can be done seated. Just get one more side body stretch. Inhale, lifting the arms up overhead, interlace the fingers, leaving the index fingers pointed. Let those arms be on either side of your ears. Just bend over gently. Nice soft side body stretch. Inhale, come through center, and exhale, bend gently over to the opposite side. Sitting tall. This can be done when I finish a regular yoga class or towards the end. We're on our backs on the mat. We do a full side body stretch here just to work out any kinks. I'm doing these very slowly from the chair. Really gives you a chance to stretch everything from the seat all the way up to the fingertips. Back to center and slowly release the arms down. All right, let us set up for relaxation. And again, you can bring your pillow back to your lap. You can use your blanket on the back of your chair. If you've got a bucky, if you've got a towel, anything that you have to support the neck to really be able to allow the neck to start to relax. Whatever prop you have. Wiggle yourself back into the seat of the chair. So now it's okay if the feet are a little softer and maybe not as firmly planted into the floor. So take a moment to set up. If you need a sweater or a sweatshirt or blanket over your shoulders just to feel a little more warmth and comfy. The other thing that's nice about a pillow or something, even a weighted small blanket works. It allows, it sort of gives you the signal in your head to relax your muscles. So setting up for relaxation, sit back in your chair, and now we can soften the belly, soften the shoulders, keep the breath flowing. Inhale and exhale. Closing your eyes. Bring yourself back into that peaceful place that brings peace and ease to your mind. And as you picture yourself in your peaceful place, you want to bring into our mind's eye or even into our awareness of our senses. So you've got that picture of your favorite place, whether it's a garden or a mountaintop or a oceanside, whatever that might be for you. So start to think about 5 things that you can see that bring happiness. Think about 4 things that you can hear. Think about 3 things that you can touch. And think about 2 things that you can smell. It's pleasant smells, scent of flowers, salt air. And finally, think about 1 thing that you can taste. Continue with that nice, slow, long breath, whether you've transitioned to all nostril breathing or staying with the exhales through the mouth. Sitting comfortably in your chair. Just soften. Take your time to relax. And with your next breath, start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe a gentle stretch of the wrists and ankles. And opening your eyes. Wiggle again into your chair. I'll finish with a poem about spring. The poem is called Buoyant by Dana Folds. So making yourself comfortable in your chair while I read. I am buoyant, lifted by breath and the touch of air on skin. I am weightless, borne higher with each inhalation. No ballast or tether, rising. Molecules mingling with the scent of spring. Soaring freedom, refusing to be reined in. I look down on a cloud of dogwood flowers and hear the soft exhalation of the trees. Grass, ants, earth, atmosphere, universe. We are all one being, breathing and expanding. I make the choice to stay awake, to see, and let myself be seen. I hear and breathe and fly and be, and know that I am known. Let's bring our hands together at heart center, thumbs pressing towards the sternum. Take a few breaths in and out, nice and long. Appreciate what your lungs can do for you, staying healthy and strong. And being able to practice yoga for strength, flexibility, and balance. Take another breath in and out. Tip the head down towards your fingertips. Thank you for practicing yoga with me today. Namaste.